There, welcome to this tutorial. Before we start, kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video and share it with your friends. In this lesson, we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 3 Core, Variant 3-1 October-November 2019, question number 6 onwards. In the first question, we have been given the line L is shown on the grid. So we have been given a line. Let's read the question. Find the equation of the line L in the form y is equal to mx plus c. To find the equation of line, we need three things. We need an x, we need a y, and we need the gradient. Choose 2 points on the line. Choose the points which cut the corner. So I'm going to choose 2 and 10. And I'm going to choose -3 and -10. After you choose the points, we'll find the gradient. By using this formula, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I'm using this as my x2 and y2, this will be my x1 and y1. You can just think, easily. We minus these two first because that's the y. So gradient is equal to 10 minus, and remember to put in a bracket. And then the x values 2 minus, -3. The whole thing you can put in the calculator together and you will get the gradient is 4. After you found your gradient, in the equation y is equal to mx plus c, choose any one point. I'm choosing this point, 2 and 10. Replace it. So your y is 10. Replace your gradient, which is 4, and your x is 2. 10 is equal to 8 plus c. The 8, when we bring to the other side, will be negative. Therefore, -2 is equal to c. After you have found your y, the y-intercept, -2, we will replace it. So y is equal to x. What is our m? 4. So replace the m with 4 and the c with -2. I'm sorry, 10 minus 8 is +2. So the equation of the line will be 4x plus 2. Moving on to the next question. A different line has an equation y is equal to 3x minus 4. Write down the gradient of this line. The gradient is the m value, the number before x. So here we can see the gradient is 3. Next, write down the coordinates of the point where the line crosses the y-axis. When any line crosses the y-axis, the value of x is 0. So in place of x, substitute 0 to get your y. That is -4, 0 and -4. Part C. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to -2x plus 1 for the values that is between -4 and 5 included. We have the equation y is equal to -2x plus 1. And we have to find between -4 till 5. So in the first equation, we are going to substitute the value of x is equal to -4. So in place of x, we are going to put -4 and you will get 9. So the first point is -4 and 9. And then the second one, when x is equal to 5. So y is equal to -2 multiplied by 5 plus 1, -9. So you have 5 and -9. Now let's plot the points. This is -4 and 9 is going to be here. So we make the first point. The second is when x is 5, y is -9. That is going to be here. We just have to draw the line and join the 2 points together. So we are done with drawing the line. Question number 7. Surya makes rectangular flags. On the rectangle, draw the lines of symmetry. This is a rectangle, and a rectangle has two lines of symmetry. So these are the two lines of symmetry. A2, each flag measures 1.2 meter by 1.8 meter. Calculate the area of one flag. To find the area of a rectangular shape, we multiply length by width. So 1.2 multiplied by 1.8 is the area. That is 2.16 square meters. Part B. Each flag costs $15 to make. Surya sells one flag for $21. Calculate the percentage profit. To find the percentage profit or increase or decrease, there is only one simple formula. You write the difference of the two values. So which is the big number here? 21. We will write 21 minus 15. And what was your original value? The cost price 15. Write it down. Multiply this by 100. And we will get 40%. So remember this, for any increase or decrease of percentage question, you can use this. Percentage profit or percentage loss also. Surya makes 30 flags. 11 flags are pink, 7 are yellow, 5 are blue, 4 are silver, and 3 are green. She takes a flag at random. Find the probability that the flag she takes is pink. There are total 11 flags that are pink. So we will write 11 over the total number of flags, which is 30, 11 over 30. The next one, not blue. How many blues are there? 5. 5 over 30 are the number of blues. Therefore, not blue will be 1 minus 5 over 30, which will be 25 over 30 or 5 over 6. The next one, red. We do not have any red here. So the probability of having a red is 0. Question number D. Freya decides to make a mathematically similar flag. Calculate the height edge of the new flag. We have been given the length and the height and the length of the smaller flag. So we can write, we want to find h, correct? So h over 2.4. What is the corresponding side of h? 1.2. And the corresponding side of 2.4 is 1.8. Therefore, h is equal to 1.2 over 1.8 multiplied by 2.4. And we will get 1.6 meters. In the next question, the diagram shows a flagpole in Surya's garden. The flagpole has height of 25 meters and the base is 8 meters. A rope from the top of the flagpole is tied to the ground 8 meters from its base. Calculate the length of this rope. So we have to find this length here. You can see that this is a right angle triangle. Whenever you have a right angle triangle and two sides are given, you want to find the third side, we use the Pythagoras theorem, which is a square plus b square is equal to c square. C is your hypotenuse, that is the side opposite the right angle. So this is the hypotenuse and our C. If the hypotenuse has to be found, we will always write the other two numbers that we have, 25 and 8, and square root. So we have 25 square plus 8 square. That will give us C. Put the whole thing in the calculator to get 26.2. So the answer is 26.2 meters. Question number 8. The scale drawing shows the position of two boys A and B. A and B in the sea. The scale is 1 centimeter, represents 20 kilometers. The first question, work out the actual distance between A and B. So we'll draw a line from A and B and measure it. This, when you measure, you will get 11 centimeter. Our map scale is 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers. So when we have 11 centimeter, how many kilometers does it make? We cross multiply. X multiplied by 1 centimeter is 1, and 11 multiplied by 20 will give us 220 kilometers. So the answer is 220 kilometers. Measure the bearing of boy A from boy B from boy A. So we have to measure this part here. Put the protractor like this in this shape and measure it. It is 80 degrees. So we write 080 because it is a bearing. Bearing always has 3 digits. Next, boy C is 120 kilometers from boy B on a bearing of 300 degrees. On the scale drawing, mark the position of boy C. We will need to use a protractor and a compass. First, we are going to convert the kilometer into centimeter. We know that 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers. Therefore, 120 kilometers equals how many centimeters? Cross multiply. 120 is equal to 20x. 120 divided by 20 is x. So your centimeter is 6 centimeter. We know that C is 6 centimeter away. Next, the bearing we have to find. For the bearing, you have 300. If it is a reflex angle, it means it is on the right hand side. So C will be somewhere here. We need to find the angle from B to draw the arc. If the reflex angle is given to you, you subtract from it 180 and we got 120. So this angle here is going to be 120. With a ruler, mark, first make an arc at 120 and then with a ruler mark 6 centimeter and draw the line. So this is 6 centimeters and this angle here is 120 and C is at this point. Next part of the question, Marco sails his boat so that he is always equidistant from boy A and boy B. On the scale drawing, use a straight edge and compass only to construct the part of the boat. Show all your construction arcs. So equidistance from A and B. These are 2 points. When we want equidistance from 2 points, we need to find the perpendicular bisector of a line. To find the perpendicular bisector of a line, you have A and B, right? So take length with a compass more than half the length of AB, make an arc like this. And then from B, use the same length and make an arc like this. Join these 2 points to find the perpendicular bisector of AB, and that line is equidistant from A and B. So this is how your perpendicular bisector will look like. You can make the whole arc like I showed you here or make small arcs and then join the 2 arcs. Part B, the amount of fuel T liters in the boat's fuel tank is 135 liters. Correct to the nearest liter. Complete the statement about the value of T. Whenever you have to find the upper bound or the lower bound, whatever they write correct to, it's the nearest liter. Write it on the side and divide it by 2. What do you get? 0.5. To find the upper bound, we add 0.5. and to find the lower bound, we subtract 0.5. So you will get 134.5 and 135.5. Next, Marco has ropes of 4 different colors. He takes a rope at random. We have to complete the table. We have not been given the probability of white. Total probability always equals to 1. To find the probability of white, we will subtract the other 3 values from 1. And this will give us 0.41. So that is the probability of white. Next, when Marco arrives at a port, the temperature is 5 degrees centigrade. At midnight, the temperature has fallen by 7 degrees centigrade. Find the temperature at midnight. Drawing a number line is the most easiest thing in questions like that. 5 degrees is here and it falls by 7 degrees. So it moves 5 degrees here. Fallen means it moves to the left. Plus 1, 6 degrees and 7 degrees. So that is -2 Celsius. Last year, the cost to keep a boat at the port was $14 per night. This year, the cost has increased by 12%. Calculate the cost this year. To find the new cost, we use the formula, the original value multiplied by the percentage increase will give you the new value. So it is an increase, so we will add 12 to 100, we'll get 112 and then divide the answer by 100. That will give us 1.12. Our value is $14 and our increase percentage is 1.12. This will give us $15.12. If the question was about decrease, then instead of putting a plus here, we will put a minus. But the same formula we use. Sometimes they give you the new value and you have to find the original value. Again, this is the formula that you use. Next, Marco watched 25 boats enter the port, of which 9 had a mast. There are a total of 200 boats in the port. Calculate an estimate of the number of boats in the port that have a mast. 9 boats out of 25 boats that Marco saw had a mast, and there are total number of 200 boats. So 9 over 25 multiplied by 200 will give us 72. So the number of boats in the port that may have a mast is 72. Number 9. These are the first 4 terms of a sequence. Write down the next term. Let's see how we get the next term. The difference is second term minus the first term, which is 32 minus 29, 3. To get the next term, we are adding 3 to each term. So 38 plus 3 will give us 41. Write down the rule for continuing this sequence. We saw that we add 3 to continue the sequence. So the rule is add 3. Next, the nth term of another sequence is n squared plus 5. Find the first 3 terms. To find the first 3 terms, in place of n, we will substitute 1, 2, and 3. That will give us 6, 9, and 14. So these are our first 3 terms. In the second part, show that 261 is a term in this sequence. Make the equation equal to 261. So you have 261 minus 5 equals n square. So now you will have 256 is equal to n square. Therefore, square root of 256 is n. N always has to be a whole number. It cannot be a fraction or a decimal. And when you take the square root of 256, you will get 16. So 16 is equal to n. Therefore, 261 is a term in this sequence. Question number C. These are the first 4 terms of a different sequence. Find the nth term. To find the nth term, we use the formula a plus n minus 1d. A is your first term and d is your difference. We find the difference by subtracting the second term with the first term. So 33 minus 27 is our difference, which is 6. Now we'll just replace everything here. A is 27, n minus 1, and the difference is 6. Expand the bracket, 6n minus 6. 27 plus 6 will, 27 minus 6 will give us 21. 21 plus 6n is our nth term. There is an easier way to solve this. We find the difference. Our difference is 6, so we write 6n. And then from the first term, we subtract the difference. So 21 minus 6 is plus 21. We got the same answer. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Do share it with your friends.